Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for hitting the like button on the last video. I thank y'all. Maybe I should say that every video. Hit the like button. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. As always, thank y'all. And I'm sitting over here. Did I say the date? Sunday, August 18th still. And I'm over here at my son's home. Yes, my son has a home. I live in a one-bedroom apartment. I'm over here at my son's home, watching them in the pool. Him and his little friends came over because my son is the only child, and it bothers me that he don't have nobody to play with. And the little guy that he normally play with, his little best friend, his dad and all of them, grandma, they like kind of hating of my son's lifestyle, and they kind of like they struggling. And I'm the type where if I'm doing well, my family doing well, and you my son's best friend, I set Christmas out for him, birthday, whatever, I still look out for them too, like family. They still hate. Now they got the way they don't really want the little boy to come over here. Cause he don't be wanting to leave. So, we're trying to find people, other kids, cause I don't want my son growing up without having kids to play with. And as y'all know, I was the only child growing up, but I can go outside and play with other kids. He can't do that because I'm looking out now, no kids nowhere for him to play with. So, not only do I have to take care of my son financially and what have you and emotionally, I'm trying to take care of him spiritually to where he'll have somewhat of a childhood to be able to play with other kids like I had. That bothers me. That's why I'm going to this video. So now I'm over here. You know, he had a couple of friends. You know, his mom got another girlfriend that got kids. So they in the pool playing. I'm watching them in the pool. I'm lifeguard. What have you. But I took a break, so I had to use the phone because I'm on schedule to make my videos. So I got her, one of her friends watching them while I'm doing this. Then I'm gonna go back and watch him in the pool again. My son got a built-in pool, y'all. My son got a 2-story home with a guest house on the outside. Anyway, that's why I'm grinding, so he can live better than I live. But back to my point. Even though he's doing better financially than I ever did as a child, he got more than I could ever thought of having when I was a child. But I think my childhood, even though I was poor, we didn't know we was poor. My childhood is better than my son's. Even though he got more. He don't know what struggling is. He don't know what hungry is. He don't know what not having what you want is. He don't have no clue what that is. Thanks to me and his mom. I do give his mom credit. People ask me, how do I feel about my son's mom? Wonderful. We have our issues every now and then. But overall, solid for co-parenting. I told her a couple of weeks ago I was mad because I wanted them on a Friday and he couldn't come for some reason, whatever, and I was mad about that, but you know, it is what it is. But overall, I don't have no issue. Like I'm here now, he in the pool. I'm watching him. She in the house, whatever the hell she doing. Her and her boyfriend, whatever. No problem. So, overall though, as good as he doing, I still feel like my childhood was better than his, even though I didn't have what he got. Because I could go outside and play. I had friends. We played kickball. Y'all know what we did as a child, right? So I look around, I'm like, damn, man. I suggested, like, young men don't have a child, bring them into this world. And I say a lot that if I had to do over again, I wouldn't have a child, because I don't want him to have to go through what he having to go through in life. And he's only 12. He ain't seen half of it yet, because it ain't getting no better. The world we live in ain't getting worse. Do you want your child having to deal with what's coming? But it's too late now here, so I got to do the best I can with what I got. But I was, as the title of this video states, Do you want to be here? Because I find myself sometimes. I want y'all to think deeper now. You ain't got to answer. Answer to yourself if you don't want to comment. But hit the like button though, if you like the video. I was asking myself, sitting back looking. First I want to go, because it made me think of this song by a rapper that I used to listen to when I was younger. I still listen to rap. I like new rap too. Boss Man, D-Lo, this, that, and the other. Y'all know that about me. I still got the hood in me. You can take the man out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the man. So I still got hood in me. No matter where I am. I'm in the upscale doctor, lawyer neighborhood right now, and I'm still a hood dude. I just don't act like it. But it's still in here. I'm refined that I can get on any level with a doctor, lawyer, president, whatever. I can get on their level or I can get on the killer's level. However you want it, you can get it. Keep that in mind. I can chop it up with doctors and lawyers. I can chop it up with the thugs. So anyway, there was a rapper, No Limit, Master P. Island Boys, one of them name was Fiend. And he had a song called All I Know. And it made me think, like, damn. What I was thinking today took me back to that song. I'm going to give y'all the hook to it and the beginning of the lyrics. It say, I sit back and I observe life. And I see why a lot of people on drugs. Boy, life hard as a mud. He said, MF. Life hard as a MF. And then the hook comes in, where he's singing. All I know is I don't want to be here, but I don't want to go. Some people live life fast or slow. I'm going to be here until it's time to go. That's how I've been feeling. I can't say just for the day, for years now. For years, I haven't wanted to be here. But I don't want to go either. So I'm just going to be here. I'm going to ride it out. That's what I tell y'all. Ain't no checking out. Ain't no quitting. Ain't no giving up. I'm here now. You here now. You might well make it do what it do, baby. But that don't change the fact. The reality is, the truth is, I can't speak for y'all. I'm just asking y'all, do y'all feel this way? For years, I don't want to be here, but I don't want to go. I don't want to be here, but I ain't trying to go nowhere either. So I just have to deal with what's coming, what it is. I had an email, a young man emailed me, he's 29 years old. He asked me, how do I feel about a man 29 years old still living with his parents? He know how I feel about that, as far as what I've said in the past about a grown man that got a bit of still living with their parents, right? But now we're in some different times. I told him that don't apply for today. Because a lot of y'all young ones, which I call them Gen Zs, I don't know what y'all call, what generation y'all call now, the 20-year-old, 22, 23, 29, whatever. A lot of y'all just getting out of college, what have you, and have to come out here and face reality, what's really going on. He asked me, how do I feel about a 29-year-old still living with his parents? He said he moved out, stayed gone for 2 years, but he had to move back in, couldn't afford to maintain on his own. Working, he ain't laying around doing nothing, he just couldn't afford. As a 25-year-old, he couldn't maintain on his own out here and what we living in, what we dealing with right now. The cost of living, inflation. Y'all see what we're dealing with, right? So now, to him, think about this, y'all, and to y'all too, think about this. I'm in Mobile, Alabama. Very low cost of living. And rent now, the average rent is like $1,600 a month for a 1-bedroom. unless you're on some type of government program, and that ain't gonna last long either. $1,600 a month rent in Mobile, Alabama. If you're not paying that much right now, give it a minute. You on the old pay scale, on the old scale. They're gonna find a way to raise yours to that level too. If your landlord ain't charging you $1,600 a month right now, they're gonna find a way to get it down when they hire everybody else. So if you ain't paying it right now, hold up a minute. You'll be right here with everybody else when your landlord get wind of, dang, everybody, the average rent is $1,600 and I ain't charging $8. And you're gonna be mad as hell when your landlord go up on your rent, if they haven't already. My apartment complex, they steady raising it. I got 3 neighbors moved in a month ago, evicted already. No, they've been 2 or 3 months. Not long, about 3 months. Long enough to get behind on rent already. In other words, they ain't been that long. I come home the other day, I see them little things they put on your doorknob where you can't get in when you ain't paid your rent. They got the thing on the door. Where I live, they put the little, if they don't just evict, they can't evict you, you ain't paid your rent, they put the thing on the door. You can't get your furniture out, you can't do none of that shit. You come home, you can't get in. They just moved in and already can't afford it. Wife was pregnant. One of them, the wife looked like she about 12 months pregnant, stomach way out here. Pregnant. She was pregnant. She ain't fat. With pregnant, I'm just saying she's so big, like she about 12 months. You know you're supposed to go 9 months. She was like 12. And they were white. White family. And they got like 3 what they call arm babies. You know, she pregnant, got one on her arm, and a couple more of them like they just started walking not long ago. A lot of kids, they gone. Where they moved, I don't know. They put the thing on the door. So it ain't like they moved on their own. They was evicted, or gonna be evicted. I don't know how they do it in y'all state, but they put the little thing on your door over here. So the dude that's 29 years old living with his parents and feeling bad about it, but he said he paying $500 a month rent to his parents. So in other words, he ain't just laying around. I said, as long as you ain't laying around loafing, the time we living in right now, it's gonna be hard for y'all coming out of college, y'all youngsters. I was just watching a video about a young lady was like, man, I can't afford to move out my parents' house. I just graduated college. I got a job and I'm working, but I can't afford $1,600 a month rent, and they want you to make 3 times the rent, right? So what's that, right? $5,000 a month. That's $60 grand a year. How many 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds you know making 60? You got 40, 50-year-olds that making 60 in this economy. So how many, you 29 years old, nowadays you need to make $60,000 to just get a place. Cause you know how they want you to make 3 times the rent. Now the mortgage will have you make 3 times what the mortgage is gonna be, and the average price is $1,600. So do the math. And you still gotta pay your other bills. You still gotta drive a car, all that stuff. When I look at all this, when I think about this, whatever, man, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. I don't want to be here. Can you relate? But at the same time, I don't want to go either. So I'm going to be here until it's time to go. I'm not checking myself out. I'm just going to ride it out. But I can't sit around here and pretend and act like every day, I'm just so glad to be here. I'm just so glad to be alive. It's wonderful. Sometimes life is fucked up and I don't want to be here. But I don't want to go. Do you find yourself in that dilemma? The way you don't want to be here, but you don't want to go either. Whether it be you're scared to go, you don't know what's on the other side, what have you. But just think about that. You're going to have more and more 20-somethings, or just people in general, having to move back in with their parents or live with somebody. You cannot afford to live on your own. All this, we don't want to do relationships no more, don't want to do marriage no more, this, that, and the other, and women, they independent, strong independent, they ain't going 50-50 on no man with all that shit finna change. Or y'all ass gonna be homeless or back at home with your parents. You gonna come up off that 50, you ain't going 50-50 crap, cause you ain't gonna be able to afford to do it by yourself, and that man can't do it by himself either. So therefore, I don't even want to be here, man. We got people out here that think this shit is a game. And the same people that got it to where it is now, there's some of y'all out there thinking about keeping that going, putting them same people right back, which is Kamala Harris and her folk. You're going to get the same shit continuing. So therefore, it's going to keep getting worse and worse. No hope. So you 25 years old, you think you can afford to live on your own now? You can't. It's going to get worse. You'll be staying with your parents till you 40. And you've been wanting to go. Because you can't afford to pay $2,000 a month rent on what they paying, on what these y'all paying. The rent and the mortgage outweigh the income. You can't afford it, even if you want to. Y'all can't afford to get out your mama house. Y'all want some more of that? Put Miss Harris back in. You want to live with your mama house for the rest of your life? Listen to Ricky Smile and them and Roland Martin, some millionaires who ain't got to worry about that. Don't listen to them and talk about you with her. Go right ahead. I'm straight. I got somewhere to live. I'm going to be all right. I know how to hustle. I've been homeless before. I done all that. Have you? Can you handle that? Because you put her back in, you're going to get a taste of homelessness too. If you ain't got no parents or somebody to let you live with them. So y'all going to be with her. And watch this quadruple, these problems we having. That's another reason I don't want to be here. But I don't want to go. I understand why the drug epidemic, whatever you want to call it, ain't just crack no more. I don't know what crack, you don't see crackhead no more. I'll be looking for crackhead to work on my car. So you can't find crackheads no more. You know, shade tree mechanics, the best mechanics in the world with crackhead. You don't find them no more. So now you got to go to one of those sorry ass shops where the people don't do drugs. The people that don't do drugs, they don't be good mechanics. The people that be good mechanics was the crackheads. The clean folks suck. They don't want to work. But you got these other drugs out here that people are using to cope with just what I'm talking about. Not wanting to be here. But they don't want to go. So in order that they don't want to go, this their way of coping with reality. Get high to escape it. Without actually having to leave. They leave mentally with the drugs so they don't have to leave physically. Because they don't want to be here either. So many people are getting high nowadays because they feel just like I feel. They don't want to be here. So they get high for escape. Then when they come down off whatever they were high on, they realize they ain't escaped nothing. Your problem's still there waiting on you. The getting high only made it worse. It was an amplifier to your problem. Because while you getting high, you ain't solving nothing. The problem's still there. Getting high ain't fixed nothing. I learned that the hard way. I've been there, done that. Do you want to be here? The way it is. And then it getting worse. I don't. I don't want to be here. But I don't want to go. And I'm not going to go until my time to go. So don't get it twisted. I ain't thinking nothing crazy. Like I was back in 1995. I ain't thinking that. That thought don't cross my mind. It's a wrap. I'm going to ride it out till it's over, till it's my time. But in the meantime, that don't change the fact I don't want to be here. It's too much. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the people. I'm tired of the lifestyle. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of not being able to trust nobody. I'm tired of the fact that don't nobody love you for real unless you can do something for them. I'm tired of the threats and the dangers. I'm tired of trolls. I'm tired of people playing with me. I'm tired of worrying about what's going to happen to my son. Is my son going to be all right? Even if he's all right, I'm tired of worrying about it. I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm just tired. Can you relate? Do you want to be here? Are you tired of it too? Just know this. We all got a time to go. Stay here until it's your time. And just deal with it. And know you're not the only one that don't want to be here, but you don't want to go either. Drugs is not the answer. We just got to deal with it. Some of y'all out here spending your 20s, your youngsters, once upon a time, when you were young, get you a job, move out your parents' house, get your own crib, get your little apartment, get your little furniture, get your little house, not a house, little car, might have your little girlfriend, your little boyfriend, might end up getting married, all that shit over with. That shit over with. Parents, you can't really put your kids out no more. You 18, it's time to go. You 22, you ain't gonna be, they can't afford to go nowhere. Don't put your kids out right now. They can't afford to live on their own. Your daughter, your son, even if they're making $30,000, $40,000 a year, they can't afford the rent, let alone everything else. This is the time now when we got to come together even more as family units. The individualism ain't gonna work no more. We all need somebody to lean on. Remember that song? Lean on me. If you ain't got nobody to lean on right now, you fuck. And that's me. I ain't got nobody to lean on. But I'm used to it. I ain't never had nobody to lean on. Nancy Harris died November the 1st, 1995. I've been leaning on just me and God since then. And I know how to lean on God. A lot of y'all don't. So I'm going to be all right. That don't change the fact. I don't want to be here, but I don't want to go. Can you relate? Get it? Got it? Good. Bye.